go, dude. It's finally here. Volume 95 of the best-selling manga in history has finally hit the soil in which I live. Not only that, it took me a while just to get the thing, but now that it's here, this is one of those volumes that the moment that I saw the cover, whenever they release the covers, and they announced their release date in Japanese, the moment I saw this one, and knowing the content that is in this volume, I was like, oh, that's a day one. Now, granted, it wasn't a day one due to circumstances happening over, the entire world right now, but it's here. The thing has finally arrived. Volume 95 of the best-selling. Let's look at this thing, bro. Look at Shanks. The S in Shanks is for Santa Hat level. I will make the rules. I do not make the rules, son. That's Shanks. Come on now. Just like volume 59, when these two are on the cover, like volume 25, when these two are on the cover at the same time, it's peak greatness. Absolute awesome sauce. Big Mom. Wedding cake. And then the main man, Mr. You catch my drift. Mr. Yeah. Glug, glug, glug. Dragon. He's Slifer the Sky Dragon and Obelisk in one being. In one being. And then in the middle, the fifth emperor, the goat, the king. This is what I call a volume cover, man. Like, seriously, if I were to show this to my younger self whenever I first got into the series, right, when I was first going through and catching up to it, and I would have seen this volume cover on the shelf, I would have been losing my mind. Just imagine showing yourself this. The amount of crazy theories and speculation that would have come off of this. Especially if it's the you that just experienced Danny's Lobby, so you know who the four Yonko are. Well, number one, you'd be like, where in the world is Whitebeard? Automatically your mind's like, hold on. What happened to Whitebeard? But anyways, yeah, dude, I've been waiting for this ever since I saw the volume cover. And just, showing all of their bounty posters on here, and then the chapter 955 and 56 versions of theirs, or not 56, 954 and 955 versions of, or I think it was just 955, versions of their samurai armor that they put on at the end of Act 2, and just having all 5 Yonko on one page. You already know. King greatness. How many chapters? I think this covers from 954 to 964, right? Or 950... Yeah, 954 to 964. That's exactly what it covers. Like a dragon given wings, son. And this covers the Zoro and Hiyori graded. I can't wait to watch. I think the anime just recently covered that. I can't wait to watch that. The Big Mom and Kaido. The numbers, bro. The numbers. You remember when we first saw that? We were losing our mind. I would like to know the flower and animal that you associate with each member of the worst generation. Aerith would be proud. Aerith would be proud knowing that there's... Question for Oda. Does the teacher with the elongated neck have devil fruit powers, or is she a part of a special race? Yes, that would be Miss Sadahebi. She's a very popular teacher with the children, but of course she's a henchman of Orochi and Kaido, and is filling the kids' heads with Antikazuki lies. Her neck is a snake's neck because of a smile fruit. Fascinating. And we know exactly where she is, under Black Maria and whatnot. Then the Enma stuff, dude. Yo. Wano Act 2 End. Chapter 956, bro. Yeah. Bro, I love this chapter so much. This one, man, in 957, the ultimate, dude. Look at my boy! Look at him! That's the one thing I always say about that chapter. Like, I'm a massive Blackbeard tard. When he is in a chapter, that thing is an auto 10 out of 10 for me. I don't care. I do not care, man. It's a 40 out of 10. And the fact that Blackbeard's appearance was not the thing that I came out of that, was not the number one thing I came out of that chapter talking about, is how you know this chapter was absolutely phenomenal. You know, with Kobe and Drake, and, you know, the sword. What truly happened with Sabo? It's like, yo, what's going on? Doflamingo doing his usual thing, man. Everyone's mad shook. Big news, man. The bear, Buggy, Weevil, me. Dog, when they get to that in the anime and they're really, really close, that's gonna be incredible, dude. That's gonna be goated. Cover page of Legend. For one of the greatest chapters, man. Yo, you know when you start off a chapter with Fujitora and Akainu, you know, doing what they usually do. You know, you sense the clash of hockey. Then you go over to Kong, and Kong is talking about God Valley, like, sweet mother of flag darts, bro. Look at Garp, bro. The hero, man, before he was called the hero. And then Roxanne's crew, dog, like, GOAT. Like, man, in short, this is the truth. In order to protect Celestial Dragons and their slaves in God Valley, Garp joined forces with Roger there at the island, and they broke apart the Rocks Pirates. That is the God Valley incident, bro. Look at that, man. Caught him in 4K. Rocks in 4K, bro. Like, man. And then they start going through the bounties, bro, and like, yo, this is just one of those things that, like, whenever you're reading manga, man, and you have those moments that you just, you know that you'll never forget. This was one of those for, I'm pretty sure, not only for me, but for so many of us out there, man. As massive fans of this series, something that I thought I would probably never see, bro, you know, because we had been fans for so long, and just in the middle of an arc like this, to drop the bounties of all of these characters. Like, yo, Blackbeard's bounty. Then you turn the page. You turn the page! And the one thing, I'm telling y'all, I thought that I would never see Shanks' bounty until, like, Endgame One Piece, bro. And now we're almost near Endgame One Piece, but still, like, I never thought I would see it until, like, closer to Laugh Tale or whatever the case may be. And the fact that I got to see the bounty of Shanks with my own two eyes. And the explanation behind, I gotta read, yo, this explanation behind Shanks is so gothic. Next, a 6-year member of the Emperor class, the youngest of the four, but with great trust from his subordinates. Beckman. Yeah, we're lucky Rutards around these parts, man. Lucky Ru, listen. He caught the first body in the series. It's a shoot. Man's caught a bot. Don't ever point a gun at my captain. Yo, Lucky Ru's a G, bro. Yasop, his crews are widely renowned. His crewmates are widely renowned. Dude started talking about Shanks by talking about the greatness of his crewmates. Like, look at the legends this man has under him. Beckman, Rue, Yasop, with a high average bounty and the best balance of any pirate crew. No soft targets here. Man said, yo, there's no fodder. There's no one here that is below a certain range. These dudes are top tiers. You know what I'm saying? And the chief of that squad, of the red-haired pirates, is red-haired Shanks, bro. Like, seriously. This is one of those moments you just never forget once you see it. Once you see it, it's ingrained. And we're already used to, especially after the insanity of 903, but even before that, like, I really wish that, and you know what, I guess things happened the way they happened, but, like, if only there was some alternate universe that I could visit of seeing how people around the community at the time, if we would have had the same people that we had in the community, maybe all of us were doing reactions at the time, how we would have felt when Shanks rolled up to Marineford in one of the greatest chapters ever in terms of hype, son. I would have loved to have been a part of that on like doing videos on YouTube at the time. Cause that would have been one of those chapters where after you read it, you gotta call off work, man. Like, I ain't coming in, son. I ain't coming in. The greatness was too real, bro. My heart is beating at the speed of light. If I would have been here when Shanks rolled up to Marineford, that would have been one of those chapters that I would have turned off the camera after the reaction, went to my computer, and started streaming. I don't even stream anymore because my internet sucks. I would have streamed for that one. I would have streamed for that one, son. So, like, this man Shanks, no matter when he showed up in the series, has always created, like, trending levels of hype. The last few times that he showed up in the series, it's broken records. 903, 907, 957. The man breaks records. He puts butts in seats. You know what I'm saying, man? Like, yo, I'm telling you, when Shanks and Blackbeard fight, that is going to be one of the most incredible moments that even if you're not even a big One Piece fan, I feel like that's going to be one of those moments that's going to stick with you for a very long time. That's how much that's going to trend. And I feel sorry for anyone, myself included, if we get spoiled on that greatness. You know what I'm saying? So we're always going to have to keep a lookout for that, son. We're always going to have to keep a lookout for that. But then we have Big Mom right there. Actually seeing her bounty was nuts as well. And then Kaido's bounty. You know, you hear of this man being the world's strongest creature, and you wonder, just what is his bounty? And, you know, seeing his be slightly higher than Big Mom's. And knowing that Kaido and Big Mom have been in the game for a real long time. And seeing that Blackbeard is quickly rising through the ranks with 2.2. Shanks has only been doing this for 6 years. Dude is already at 4. That's how you know the respect is being put on his name. But listen, seeing the current 4 Yonko and their bounties was crazy. But when I turned the page, this is something I literally thought I would never see. Ever. Ever. You turned the page! And it's Whitebeard and Roger's bounty, bro. Like, who? Edward Newgate, 5 bills. This is one of those things you gotta see with your own 2 eyes. With your own 2 eyes, son. 5.5. Like, dude, there are no bounties in pirating history that surpass those of these 2 men. But what's interesting is the way that that's worded. And I read this chapter both in the scans and the official multiple times. And both of them specify pirate bounties. And I still believe that means that there is room for Dragon to still have the highest bounty, because he is known as the world's most dangerous man. He is known as the most dangerous man on the planet. And so with that, since Dragon's not a pirate, there is still room for wording there that he can still have the highest bounty. But regardless, man, just absolutely nuts. Just seeing all of this stuff with my own 2 eyes is something I'll never forget, man. Like, 957, bro. God Valley, the bounties, like, wow. That was, you know, One Piece has a lot of phenomenal stretches where it's just, it'll release like a couple chapters in a row where you're just losing your mind. And he's done that several times in the past few years, where it's just been like, there's just like this stretch where you're just every single week just losing. Like, you just go, like, what? Like, just absolute insanity, right? And this was one of them. You know, that stretch of 9, well, honestly, from 956 until the end of the flashback was like that. But specifically, like, just in terms of chapters coming out back to back to back, from like 956, 957, and then turning the chapter, and then the following chapter came out on my birthday, man, of that year, with finally seeing Odin, bro. And I'm like, dude, look at this, bro. Like, oh, the goats finally get to own a volume with the greatness. Wano Act 3, and there you get to see Odin. I love this panel, dude. Adore it. Absolutely adore it. Wait, no, this wasn't the chapter. I think 959 was the chapter. Or maybe 960. Hold on, let me see. Which one was the chapter that came out on my birthday? I think 960. 960 was the one that came out on my birthday. Because that was the same day Stampede came out. And, man, just opening the page, seeing Kinemon whenever he was younger, Odin's pops. Man, Hyogoro, bro. Prime Hyogoro. And then the first time that we fully got to see Odin. And now that Odin's playable in Part Warriors 4, you already know that's a day 1 cop. Gotta get my boy. I can't wait to play as Odin. The Mountain God incident, man, with the boar. You know, actually getting to see the boar panel. Holding that in your hands. Greatness. Yasue, man. Wow. So happy to own this, man. This flashback is so goat. To be able to own this, even... Look at him! Yo! Bro! The clash between Odin and Whitebeard. And then Odin's adventure with the Whitebeard pirates. Man, I'm so glad I get to own this, bro. Toki. Look at him! Dude, I can't wait to own the next volume. You know, the he laughed and whatnot, but... Man, dude, I'm so glad I get to own this. Like, yo, if you're a tard and you also love the stretch, this is a must-have. Even just from the volume cover. Like, this is a must-have in your collection, man. For that One Piece greatness. So many awesome chapters. The beginning of a phenomenal flashback. Prime Beard. Just, you know, the end of Wano Act 2. Some of the craziest transition chapters that the series has ever had to offer. You have Mihawk, Hancock, Shanks, Blackbeard. Come on now, Prime Beard, Odin. Like, yo, come on now, son. Even the Zoro panel. Yeah, I remember this panel's kind of like infamous for me in my mind for that one time that Toei, the official Toei account posted a picture of that very same panel on Scan Day. I was like, oh god, that's how you knew things were serious. Like, bro, hold on, chief. They've never done that before. I don't know if that person's still at their job, but dude, just yeah, man, so glad to finally own this volume. One Piece greatness. Yeah, man. Volume 95. So I'm just so happy to finally have it and to have it back there. Now, anytime, you know, that I feel like going back and reading the greatness, just pull that thing off the shelf, or if I feel like taking something with me, I get Volume 95. Waka! Let's read some greatness. Because, yo, some of this stuff is going to be really, really important for what's currently going down right now, as we've seen with the Drake and Kobe stuff, but also for stuff that's going to take place in the future. With, like, you know, of course, what really happened with Sabo and the stuff we've theorized for so long, with the stuff with Morgans and what really was the intel that got leaked to him. The incident regarding the Kingdom of Alabasta, you know, with Shirahoshi, and all the stuff that we've spoken about. There's quite a few things in here, in the abolishment of the Shishibukai, that are going to be really, really important for the future God Valley. So it's always good to go back and reread these. And it's nice to have it physically, man. But anyways, I hope you have an awesome day, man. Please go out, cop it. You already know you want to. Just look at it. Just look at it! And I'll see y'all next time, man. I hope everybody has an awesome day. Take care. The One Piece awesome sauce. We continue to, you know, go and put more money in the man's wallet, you know, so that one day we can get this to not only be the best-selling manga in history, but also the best-selling comic of all time, man. One day, you know, we're already coming for Bruce Wayne, and then after that, we're coming for that man Clark Kent, son. So I'll see y'all next time. One Piece greatness, 5 Emperors. It's Shanks on the cover, bro. That's all you need to know. That's all you need to know.